Hey guys, welcome back to Fleetyards Mission Briefing. I'm Captain Foley.
I am Commander Cockings. Welcome back for another We're Together week where Stuart can poke me in the face and it's not a CG effect. You can do it, you can poke me if you want.
No, I don't want to.
Okay.
I'm hitchhiking.
The jokes, the skits we do on this channel. What is Fleetyards though, Stuart?
Fleetyards is...
We'll wait for the hitchhike.
It's what they're watching.
I know, but what is it?
Oh, it's a show on
it
YouTube.
Is.
It's a web series.
Yes.
It's a pretty good one too.
Thank you.
No, anyways.
Yes.
Fleetyards is a show that talks about all the ships from the sci-fi universe, and there's a lot of them. There's a lot of franchises that have sci-fi ships.
A little bit.
Movies, television shows, cartoons, anime. I was getting there. Comics.
Even reboots and remasters of old properties.
Yes.
Like what we're doing today.
And sometimes the ships are only in for a minute or two. You don't get a lot of time to look at them or even really think about them. But a lot of people put a lot of time and hard work into building those models.
Absolutely.
Whether they be physical or CG.
Yep.
And we like to take those ships out of context and look at them and examine them and discuss them and kind of give you guys a better look at the details that make them what they are.
First review as well.
Absolutely. So, what are we looking at today? Because I'm hitchhiking.
Are you hitchhiking with a guide to the galaxy?
No, I didn't pick it up before I started my hitchhiking.
But you have your towel though, don't you?
I do have my towel.
Good. Well, that's important. With Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, the reboot, the later film, The Heart of Gold, the Improbability Drive ship.
Mm-hmm.
The original version was somewhat plain, I might cover it eventually, but this one is this version. Stuart, first reaction, and do you remember seeing it? Are you a Hitchhiker's fan?
No, I wouldn't say a fan. I've seen it a few times.
Have you seen the real Hitchhikers, the TV show?
No.
Have you listened to the radio dramas?
No.
This is the only version of Hitchhikers then?
Mm-hmm.
This movie?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, first reaction to this then.
I thought it looked like the ball from the Discovery from 2001.
Oh yeah, actually, yeah.
And now looking at looking at this picture years later, I think the same thing, but it looks like the Discovery ship from 2001. And the NSCA Protector from Galaxy Quest had a baby.
I can see that.
And this is the little baby ship that was burning. It's still a little baby.
Yeah, I hadn't thought the 2001, but yeah, the window placement is even so similar. Wow, that's like a rip off. No, there's no rips off. There's no rips off in Fleetyards. No, see, I was a huge fan of the radio drama. My dad brought me into it. I was a huge fan of the TV show. I'll talk about that in a minute. Really, really interesting. I'm so glad the voice actors reprised for the TV show. Mm-hmm. This movie came out, and I didn't like it at all. I thought it was a pretty awful movie itself. Didn't do well for the brand. I don't like the design at all, basically, and I really wish I hadn't made this movie. But at least people forgot about it, which is a good thing. So, I'm not overly... I brought this ship into Fleetyards just to see what you think, and so we can discuss it, because again I never watched this movie again, I sort of on purpose, so it's interesting to reanalyze it after so many years.
Mm-hmm. Well, one thing I'm looking at that I didn't realize initially was the fact that blue ring around, I thought it was just discolored and not like weathered almost, but it's actually got pictures on it. It's got
let's have a look then.
There's scenes.
It's a mural. Well, that's interesting. Huh.
Yeah, I never noticed that before. There's like different pictures. It's hard to kind of get a feel for what's going on.
Yeah.
But it's like it tells a story. It's almost like one of the old cathedrals
that
have like a ring that tells a whole story. That looks like what's going on here.
But now, do you think that was a relic of the Improbability Drive? They weren't at full normality and it added the mural on randomly, and then was that part of the design, do you think?
I have no idea. I would think it's part of the design.
Now, if I recall, this ship was stolen by Zephod Beeblebrox, the president of the universe, as a test ship for the Improbability Drive that can get you anywhere very quickly, as long as you maintain normality at the end. Otherwise, things will happen, and we'll talk about those in a little bit. Yeah, that's actually quite a cool detail. I never had noticed that, and the great thing about Blu-rays now is that you can get really high resolution screen caps. Now, as a ship design, it certainly bucks a few of the rules. I mean, it's very different. Also, just a ping pong ball or a ball. Do you have any other thoughts about it specifically, or should we move on to the next picture?
Should probably move on to the next picture.
Okay. The aft.
aft, all right.
What do you think?
Well, it's got a spoiler. It's got a racing fin, so it's very fast. I love how far the drive goes into the ship. It's almost...
Improbably far. I'm here all week, literally.
I know, right? And I got to put up with it.
You get to put up with it. There's a difference.
Oh, thank you. Anyway, yeah, it's an odd ship to say the least. I'm not a fan, honestly. I mean, it's just an odd ship in an odd movie, but.
There are more detailed pictures, so if we keep going through.
Oh, we want to do more. I want to do more.
Yes.
Oh, look.
So this is also the Heart of Gold.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is. If you go to the next picture.
No, it's not. It's yarn.
This is also the Heart of Gold. It's also a wooden plank at one point.
Not a plank. It's just a log.
Oh, log. Sorry. And another ship. There's also a rubber ducky at one point. The improbability drive. Next picture. There's also an anvil. Is part of the Heart of Gold's design. Is all these things and more. Next picture, Jim. And this is the interior. So first thoughts on the interior design of the Heart of Gold. It's certainly unusual.
Looks like stuff I would find at a craft show. I think I've seen these little figures made by old ladies.
I mean, did you go into the movie thinking it'd be a stop animation yarn based movie?
No. They do weave a good yarn, but this it's funny because it's true. I don't know. Anyway, no, it's a interesting take. I love seeing everything crocheted and knitted on the inside here.
Yes. Now this is a great representation of the improbability drive.
Yes.
Remember what that does?
Improbable things.
Yes. Basically, that's a great summation, actually.
I know.
Gets you from A to Z. But yeah, it does it in weird ways. I personally wouldn't want to travel on a ship that turns me into yarn, turns me into anvil, and turns me into rubber ducky. But you know, if you want adventure, then to see yourself as a yarn person would be certainly interesting. With no hands either.
Yeah. It would be a yarn to tell.
That
Should I stop that now?
Where's an improbable? You're out improbable jokes and probable show. Next picture, Stuart. Let's see when we get to back. Are we back to normality by the next picture? Yes. This is the actual internal space with Zoe Deschanel, who I quite like from New Girl, who I didn't realize was in this movie.
I love Zoe.
Yeah, she's cute as a button, which she was a minute ago. She had some buttons. So, Stuart, what do you think about the internal space of this presidentially stolen?
Typical sci-fi. Let's make everything white. Look how advanced we are. We only have no colors. White is our color. It's not even really a color.
We only have no colour. All the budget was spent to the ship. You can't paint it. There's no budget.
Yeah. Yeah, the white interior on all sci-fi really starts to get grate on my nerves after a while. I mean, not all sci-fi, but there's the odd one. You just see everything's white inside. It's like, why would you do that? Advancement. It's white. It's clean. Look how clean it is. The ship cleans itself, you know. There's no dust bunnies.
Thing is, I always say you paint a house white, it looks cleaner and nicer. It's a fresh start. So ship, it's fresh out the production line because he stole it. Maybe that's why it's white. It's also just the design, but
Maybe he stole it before they painted it.
Yeah, bright purples and blues and beautiful things. It's an interesting design. I mean, it's the movie was weird, and they went for weird. The original show had more, I guess, cohesiveness, I suppose.
I don't know. I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
So.
So I'm kind of like, it just looks like his house, his flat. Because he's an eccentric man. I mean, well cast movie was Bill Brooks. Although I didn't like the two heads of the neck. I would like two actual heads. I prefer that. Yeah, I mean it's sort of generic sci-fi. This is the control interface. The view screen is actually behind. No, the view screen's on front of them, but that's the TV view screen. There's sort of two view screens. You can see there's little plants there. The one interesting thing I think is that either side of it there's like these rock formations. Or marble-ish.
Yeah, it almost looks like fur or cotton and some.
That's interesting.
A little bit too.
Again, I can imagine a rich dude's apartment. Like if he knew he was going to steal this shit, he would tell the designers, because he's guy of the universe.
He's the president.
Yeah, build it like my flat, and they'd do that. So I had a big stone, or foam, or whatever parts. I mean, it's yeah. It's improbable, Stuart. It's improbable.
It's improbable that we're doing this episode.
It really is.
It's probably improbable that we're going to get through this episode.
We'll turn to yarn well before that. Next. There we go.
Wow, look, it's Cloud City.
Oh my god, it is. Or Discovery, just cleaner. Or Galaxy Quest. I mean, this is every sci-fi.
That's what I was just saying about the insides.
Yep.
Yeah.
I have nothing to say then. Yeah, I think we can summarise with no thought put in.
No, this is kind of cool. The next one, it's still white, but it's more of it's just probably darker lighting, but it's more of an off-white kind of thing. But the circle elements within circles, and I think it's very cool. I like that look. I mean, it looks cool, but again, white.
Well, this is I believe it's a cargo bay, but because the hitchhikers, get picked up by the improbability drive, which sort of puts them into the ship. So this is one of the internal rooms. I assume it's like a cargo bay, or just a big room. I don't know. We'll talk about scale in a minute, because there's some interesting shots. But if you go to the next picture, I did like Martin as a.
This picture looks much better with Zoe there. So.
Yeah, she adds a certain
panache.
Yeah, beauty.
Anyway, looking past her, I see things. Oh my God, there are things.
And wow, Stuart, the white motif. The buttons are all white.
Yes, but I like the interspersal of the blue displays.
But
black.
How do you know what activates anything if they're all white?
I don't know. How do you know what works on the Enterprise when nothing's labeled?
Because they're different colours. They bleed different lights, and imagine learning, right? So, okay, third button from the left fires the torpedoes. Fourth row down, third from the right does this. It's like that's an awful way of.
It is, yeah, that's a good point.
And then you got the conventional knobs and levers, and then the big button in the middle, which is improbability, which reflects obviously the outer detail.
Which looks very similar to like an eyeball.
Yeah. And then a little bit of display stuff. Actually, very similar to the Discovery. The bottom one very similar to the Star Trek Discovery, the new L cards, the new display, or very many generic sci-fis.
Yepers.
Very underwhelming, isn't it?
Yep. But it's got cool elements to it that if they worked it a little bit, tweaked it a little bit better, I think it would be more.
I think also it's such a unique ship that it isn't it doesn't represent the design scheme of the universe. It's just this one ship that's very strange. Nice picture.
Close up of a display panel. Hitchhikers on board. It says
ZZ9 plus alphabet. Stuart, look.
What?
There's a diagram which I'd never seen before.
Ooh, it actually shows a cutaway of the ship, including the engine.
Oh wow, and the deck layout ish.
And the deck layout.
That's really interesting. And also, we'll zoom in for you guys.
And there's the landing gear,
which we see later on. Yeah.
There's some stairways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really interesting.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12, 13, 14-ish decks.
Okay.
There's some open space concept rooms in there that could be considered one deck, but
wow.
And I love how the back of the engine ties in with the front part.
I didn't think it was that eccentric, but that's an engine.
Yeah.
That's a ship built around an engine, that is. And I love the landing legs, and you can see, and we'll talk about it in a minute, there's a pod bay door you can see at the back. The top view's interesting though. Seems more random to me, but really interesting. Huh.
Just taking a look close up at some other stuff to see what we can see. Julian date, local
something,
sidereal date, Heisenberg uncertainty principle.
Nice.
The Heisenberg compensators on the transporters would be proud.
Yes. Very nice.
Local time. Anyway, yeah, very cool. A lot of detail on that when you zoom in.
Awesome. Yeah. I mean, that's more colourful. I wish the whole ship would look more like that. But also sort of that 80s Tron-y a little bit. That links back slightly more to the era it was written in. Which I like.
Next up is another shot of the interior with him pointing a gun at us. It's not very polite.
No, come on, Zayfod. We're giving you a free tour.
We're bad-mouthing his ship, so he's...
Kind of are.
Yeah.
Again, lots of stone, and again, you take out the control panel, this is quite a nice flat.
Yeah, a nice futuristic James Bond villain flat.
Wow, nail on the head. Absolutely.
I actually called it a flat. I would say apartment, but hanging around this guy too long.
Nice picture.
Next picture.
The view screen.
Well, I think that's the TV.
No, view screen. Well, I mean, view screen.
Because that's the view screen above the manor.
Well, I mean, this is how they're communicating. This is them talking to them.
Yes, it's a big TV.
Yeah, just how you communicate with people.
Not much to say.
I just thought it was interesting. Like they've got a view screen-ish, TV-ish. But there's not people. Standard sort of Trek trope there. There's no windows. The windows up top.
Yeah.
Open the pod bay door, Stuart, and we have.
I just did. I clicked the next button, and there you
go. The escape pod shuttle is a red ball to go inside the white ball. Here's where it comes out from.
Underneath the spoiler, the fin, the go faster spin thing, fin.
Not much to say.
Not much to say. It's like a mini version of the ship.
Yeah.
Like it popped a pimple, and it's squirting out. Next.
I flew thousands of miles for this. This is it returning, I believe. The engine detail is very, very similar. Of the main ship is very similar to that of the Jeju Prize, in fact, of 09. Or Into Darkness, or that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Very. I don't know why they've made it red. It's such an in continuity colour with their own ship. White would be plain as anything, but red seems very poorly thought out.
Yes.
Or lack of thought out.
Yes.
Or want to stand out.
Maybe it was like the interior of the ship. It hasn't been painted yet. It's supposed to be white.
Yeah. So the ship is the primer. That's the base colour. The primer is the white. They just haven't finished anything yet. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, he stole it very early.
Yeah. Next up, we got a shot of the big main window.
On the second level.
On the second level, yes.
Gives you a sense of scale.
Yeah.
Decent sized ship.
Interesting detailing on the hull. Almost like a jigsaw puzzle look.
Yeah.
And the way it fits together in certain areas is kind of
yeah, it's very strange. Is it improbable?
It must be.
Mm-hmm.
I would say so. Next is a shot of it from behind again. Now it's got these two big red things above the main engine. Do you think those are smaller, like just sublight engines?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, gives it a very face look though.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'll give them credit. The internal engine piece is very, very detailed.
Yes.
And now I understand it goes through the ship. I'm more intrigued by it. It's weird. Of course, it's weird, but it's weird. I got little breaker fins, I think, little fins to help steer. The little ones on either side of the top. That's got a little goatee as well.
Yeah. Engine's firing up.
It's cool, though.
Looks kind of neat from behind, yeah.
Yeah.
But it does look like a cat or something.
Yes.
Cat ears, just put some eyes in
Kitty
there.
cat. Yes.
It's got a little soul patch like I do.
Yep.
Yeah. Anyway, here's it in the atmosphere being shot at by Miss Skills.
Yep. It's the internal detail, a bit more of the sphere. It really is like a tunnel, like a caved out tunnel.
Yeah.
I mean, I wonder how they explained how the improbability works with the radio show. I don't remember how it works, but it's a very odd story. Like he accidentally did it, and then it's a great story. I mean, The Hitchhiker is a phenomenal book.
I haven't read the book, unfortunately.
Well, the books and the radio drama was very, very faithful retellings of them.
I'll have to check it out.
You should, and they age pretty well because they're clever. Douglas Adams was a very, very clever man. I think him and Roddenberry did know each other. I seem to recall that was a thing. They liked each other's work because they kind of on the different spectrum. Roddenberry was hardcore sci-fi, and then Douglas Adams was the comedy sci-fi, but also a lot of meaning, messages, and social commentaries.
Social commentary and Gene Roddenberry go together. So.
Now there's a scale here. We get the landing legs. This was a good indication. Remember what planet this is?
Magrathea.
It says it there, I don't know if you could see it all. Yeah, so a big ship. So yeah, literally that hole is the whole of the... Wow.
Yep. I don't know if it sucks the universe into it and spits it out.
That's interesting. Yeah, it sucks in particles and then... then becomes yarn, and then
But here you got the telescoping landing leg.
yeah.
Not much to see.
Nope.
really,
I guess
but-
back to the first picture because we are at the end of the picture. So yeah, an odd ship. I wanted to make sure we hit some very odd ship designs as part of Fleetyards.
And we're not running out of ships. We just want to introduce new things.
Yeah.
From popular franchises.
And I don't know where they got this from, based on the show or the book. I have no idea. I don't think it really comes together. I don't really like it. It's a cool piece, but it's not my cup of tea, nor would I design it this way.
Mm-hmm.
I don't sound too negative. It's just I've never liked this design. But
I don't want to sound too negative, but I never liked it.
I don't. But I kind of appreciate the now seeing the through view. I kind of appreciate it more though.
Yeah, seeing the deck plan really is interesting.
Yeah. What do you think? Closing thoughts.
Closing thoughts. It's an interesting, simple design.
Incredibly simple. Yeah.
That, you know, for what the story is and the improbability drive and stuff, it's really neat. I think it's something that would have been hard to design to make look complicated, and I think simple is the way to go. And this is totally very simple.
Yeah.
You don't want to overthink things, and I think they did the perfect job of not overthinking it. Made it very easy to look at, easy to kind of wrap your head around what's going on with it. I like it.
Yeah, I mean, you couldn't design a brick like we have talked about for other shows. You couldn't design a classic thing, and how many other shapes have been designed? I mean, to come up with this, improbable design for a one-off ship. I mean, it fits the style of the movie, of this movie specifically.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not the direction I would have gone, I think, is a fair way of saying it. But balls to them, well done, balls to those guys to put it together. And, yeah, Martin had a great career after that, so I'm happy.
Mm-hmm.
And Jess is just finding a new girl, so. There you go, closing thoughts, well done. If you guys enjoyed this show, please let us know what you think about the ship in the comments below. Are we in the minority? Do you all love it? Have you all read or listened to the previous iterations? Please tell me you have, because they are incredible. If you want to spot us to do more interesting, diverse, and kind of crazy ships, there's a few great ways. The free way that we can all do, and we do on a regular basis, is sharing these contents. Both Trekyards, Fleetyards, Mission Briefing, all different styles, podcasts, whatever we do. Share it any way you think Trek fans, sci-fi fans, dare we even say Hitchhikers fans, see what they think of this episode. Would enjoy it. Please share and let people know about Fleetyards, because we want to cover everything. And I think we have interesting perspectives on this stuff, so please check it out.
Yes. And I think it's highly improbable, but you all want to help us with this show to
That'd be
continue. It would be nice. Down below in the description, there's a link for our Patreon. Check it out. Help us out on a monthly basis.
Yes.
Even $1 a month, you wouldn't even notice that, but
Nope.
if enough of you do it, that adds up over time. $5 a month, a cup of coffee, like you say sometimes, on a monthly basis, really helps us out.
If you don't think you can help a little bit. And if enough of you think that way, it will help a lot.
Exactly. Or if you want to do a one-time donation and not do the monthly thing, you can always head over to Trekyards.com and click the donate button and donate that way.
Yes.
You can donate well that way. There you go.
Yes, I agree.
I incorporated my blunder with a...
You're doing so well today, Stuart.
No, I'm not. I'm tired. Anyway, so what was I saying? Oh, yeah.
Until next time?
Do things and help us and share and like and subscribe. And I think that's it.
Yes.
The improbability that we got through this episode is improbable.
Return to normal. Normality.
So until next time, guys, I'm Captain Foley.
I'm Connor Kungs.
And this is Fleetyards Mission Briefings.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.